Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers recap for Tuesday, January 28, reveals that Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, talked to Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Taylor Hades, Rebecca Budig, about Leigh Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, always being so hard on Poppy Nozaw, Romy Park. Taylor guessed the sisters must have been on good terms once upon a time since Leigh let Poppy live under her roof when John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, was in college. Steffy suspected something happened around that time that led to the rift between Poppy and Leigh. Even if Leigh and Jack Finnegan, Ted King, couldn't find their way back to each other romantically, Taylor was hopeful about a positive path forward for their family. At Il Giardino, Jack didn't think there was any reason for Leigh to be upset with Poppy now that the paternity test cleared things up. Poppy seemed uncomfortable, but Jack sang her praises and suggested she was a huge help with Finn when she lived with them. Poppy was quick to point out that Finn was self-sufficient and in college, so Jack acknowledged that Finn wasn't a boy. That said, Jack appreciated the way Poppy had been there for Finn so completely. Talk eventually turned to Luna Nozaw's Lisa Yamada, true father, so Jack pushed for answers and assured Poppy she could trust him. Poppy still refused to come clean, but Jack let her know she could open up to him if she ever wanted to. At the hospital, Leigh thought Finn must think she was horrible for carrying all this resentment around and blaming Poppy for something she didn't do. Finn reassured Leigh, but he wished she told him about her suspicions sooner, so he could have shut them down. Leigh acknowledged that adopted Finn was always embraced by the family, but Poppy had a particularly special connection with him. Since Leigh got in the way of Finn having a relationship with Poppy and Luna, she felt guilty about that. Leigh once again regretted accusing Poppy of betraying her with a man she loved in her own home. Now Leigh realized she should have been grateful to Poppy for stepping up with Finn when she was so busy with work. The topic of Luna's paternity tests came back around. So Finn suggested maybe Tom Starr's Clint Howard liver produced a false negative. Although Finn hinted about running it again, Leigh insisted the test was conclusive. Once Finn was alone, he looked anxious as he mulled over Luna's paternity and all the father candidates that were disproven. Finn couldn't stop thinking about Leigh's question of who Luna's father really was. It seemed like Finn was thinking back and becoming increasingly convinced that Luna might be his daughter. At the Spencer mansion on Tuesday's B&B episode, Luna flashed back to grilling Poppy about her father and getting a freaked-out response. After Luna remembered asking if it was some buried family secret, she was once again left wondering about her dad's identity. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say both Luna and Finn are in for a shock, so we'll bring you more predictions on the next chapter of this story and updates on the jaw-dropping news to come. The drama in Los Angeles escalated as tensions simmered between the Forrester, Finnegan, and Logan families. The latest episode of The Bold and the Beautiful saw long-buried secrets inch closer to the surface, and emotions ran high as family bonds were tested. At Forrester Creations, Steffy Forrester couldn't shake the uneasy feeling she had about Poppy and Leigh's strained relationship. Ever since Poppy had arrived in town, there had been an unspoken tension between the sisters that no one could quite pinpoint. The usual polite exchanges barely masked their animosity, and Steffy was beginning to suspect there was more to the story than either woman was willing to share. During a conversation with Finn, Steffy pointed out how unnatural it seemed for siblings to be so distant, especially considering how close-knit the Finnegan family appeared on the surface. Finn, who had always known about the discord between his mother and aunt, tried to brush it off, insisting that families had their disagreements. But Steffy wasn't convinced. Later, Steffy decided to pay a visit to Poppy at Il Giardino, where she had started to make herself at home in the glamorous yet drama-filled world of Los Angeles. She struck up a casual conversation that quickly turned into subtle probing. Poppy, sensing Steffy's curiosity, remained evasive but couldn't fully conceal the flicker of discomfort that crossed her face when Leigh's name was mentioned. Meanwhile, Leigh Finnegan found herself in an unexpected face-off with her estranged sister. Poppy had come to confront her about the hostility that had been lingering between them. demanding to know why Lay continued to hold a grudge after all these years. "You act like I ruined your life, Lay," Poppy said, her voice tinged with frustration. "But what I did, I had my reasons." Lay's response was cold and calculated. "Your reasons don't change the fact that you betrayed me." The room fell silent as the weight of Lay's words sank in. It was clear that whatever had driven the sisters apart had been deeply personal and painful. Poppy, for all her free-spirited nature, seemed genuinely regretful, but Lay remained unmoved. "You made a choice," Lay continued, "and now you have to live with the consequences." Back at the Cliff House, Finn found himself increasingly torn between his mother and his aunt. He had grown up respecting Lay's unwavering strength and principles, but he also couldn't ignore the warmth and affection Poppy had shown him. The contrast between the two women had never been clearer, and it was beginning to eat away at him. His inner turmoil only worsened when he received a cryptic message from Poppy, asking him to meet her privately. When he arrived, Poppy was hesitant, but ultimately admitted that there was something he needed to know, something that could change everything he thought he knew about his family. As Finn braced himself for whatever revelation was about to come, his phone buzzed. It was Steffy, urging him to come home. The urgency in her voice sent a shiver down his spine. Had Steffy uncovered something even more shocking than what Poppy was about to reveal? Elsewhere, Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan found themselves dealing with their own set of troubles. Just as they had begun to rebuild their relationship, a new obstacle threatened to drive a wedge between them. Thomas, still struggling with his past mistakes, had once again found himself in the middle of a scandal that could reflect poorly on Forrester creations. Brooke, ever protective of Hope and wary of Thomas's intentions, voiced her concerns to Ridge. "We can't keep giving him chance after chance, Ridge. At some point, he has to take responsibility." Ridge, torn between his loyalty to his son and his commitment to Brooke, struggled to find a way to reconcile both sides. But deep down, he knew that if Thomas didn't change his ways soon, the fallout could be catastrophic for everyone involved. Back at the Cliff House, Steffi paced anxiously as she pieced together the clues. A call with an old friend from San Francisco had revealed a startling connection, one that linked Poppy's past to a scandal that had long been buried. Steffi realized that whatever had happened between Poppy and Lay wasn't just a petty family feud. It was something much bigger. When Finn finally arrived, Steffi turned to him, her expression grave. "Finn, I think I know why your mother and your aunt hate each other, and it changes everything." As the episode came to a close, Finn's face paled at Steffi's words. He had always feared that the rift between Lay and Poppy had deeper roots than anyone had let on. But was he truly ready to learn the truth? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.